Okay, our special this evening is buffalo burger.
Oh, that's very chic.
Well, our cook is out sick. We got a last-minute replacement.
Well, I love buffalo burgers.
Well, good. Hey, how's the hand?
It's much better, thank you.
Great. Okay, well, as soon as you'll be by, take your order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buck was great last night. After we left the hospital, he took me to Belton Pond.
Here. Do I ask for details?
He gave me an astronomy lesson.
Oh, that sounds so romantic, Tess. I'm afraid this evening is not going to match that.
Well, that's okay, because I'm kind of in the mood for a little girl talk, and I'm not letting you pay, by the way.
Oh, come on. I can still afford a buffalo burger. Although if I'd taken Cabot up on his offer, I could have flown us to Manhattan for dinner on the town.
You don't even have your account with the diner anymore, do you?
Oh, please. It's not even the diner anymore. Le Bistro.
Well, excuse me.
No, Deborah decided apple pie was just too apple pie-ish. Don't you know?
Yes, and Corinth needed a 4-star diner, don't you know?
Well, this is fun being out with you. We haven't had a girl talk in a little while. You haven't been around. What's new with you?
Well, I guess that you know that Cooper and I aren't together anymore, right?
I heard.
It's not very much fun being on my own.
Well, I guess you do get used to it.
That's the last thing I want to get used to. I guess I don't have your talent for being alone. The truth is, I don't seem to function very well without a man in my life.
Well, here's hoping you find one real soon.
I'm sure that I will, because I know Mr. Wrong is out there waiting for me somewhere.
Oh, now, Tess, they couldn't have all been like that.
Take my word for it. There's this one guy that was like... Oh, never mind.
Oh, come on now. What's a little girl talk without a little boy talk?
When I was in high school, my boyfriend was so handsome. He was bright, he was a football player, he was a senior. I mean, he had the whole thing going, you know what I mean?
And you worshipped him from afar.
Believe it or not, he pursued me.
I believe that, of course.
He used to come to my room at night and, like, throw little stones at the window. And when my mother would go to sleep, I would sneak out to meet him. There was this clearing by a pond. That was our spot. And he would just hold me and kiss me for hours. So one night I decided to give myself to him.
I gather this story does not have a happy ending.
I waited for him as usual. He showed up as usual. This time he wasn't alone. He brought his teammates with him.
Oh, Tess.
Yeah, you know, don't worry, I'm not that naive. I got out of there pretty fast.
But what a terrible thing.
Yeah, well, you know, it was pretty weird for me, too, but you know, I just kept telling myself that I was lucky that nothing happened, that I didn't get raped. But you know what, Kate, in a way, in a way I did, yes. In a way I did. I mean, it wasn't my body, but it was something.
Yes, of course. But I sure hope you know that wasn't your fault.
Yeah, but he was my boyfriend for months. How come I couldn't see what kind of a person he was?
Because, Tess, you were just a young, innocent little girl.
Well, I wasn't so young when I met Dante. He totally swept me off my feet. I was barely alive when I got out of that. I was no spring chicken when I met Cooper. I was supposed to be the older, experienced woman. Well, yeah, I've had a lot of experiences. I just don't seem to have learned from any of them.
It sounds to me like you're being much too hard on yourself.
Well, you know, if you knock your head against the wall enough times, you knock some sense into it. So I'll tell you one thing. I am not going to allow myself to fall into anything again.
Well, if you're talking about love, that's a fall you can't really control.
Can't I?